Fine. Right. So we'll start the session every day at 8 to 9. 8 o'clock it will start, 8 p.m. IST. So it will be like 1 hour session. So 8 to 9 I'm going to take the sessions for 10 to 12 days, depends upon the course. Okay. Fine. So mostly we are going to discuss about all the interview questions, what and all questions they are going to ask for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, up to 5 years. Okay. You can refer the same questions even for 6 years also. Mostly same questions will be there, plus or minus 1 2 questions extra. Right. So the sessions will be recorded. Every session will be recorded. I'll give access to everyone. Like once the formalities are completed. Only first session is demo, guys. There are no more demos and all. So this is the only session. So you can attend the demos. Okay. But this is the session. You can treat it as a demo. There is no demos actually. First session I'll treat it as a demo class. Okay. Tomorrow onwards it will continue. This is the only session that you can attend for free. Okay. Chalo. So what kind of things we are going to discuss? So mainly as discussed, we are going to concentrate on the interview questions. So I'll tell the question and answer. I'm going to give you the recordings of these classes. Okay, recordings of these classes you are going to get. I'll give you the notes also, question and answers notes also I'll give you. Okay, HADR images, guys. HADR images also I'm going to give you for practice. You can download this HADR images. Okay, so this also I'm going to give you for practice purpose, right? And what else apart from these things? Yes, 2 mock interviews at the end of the course. 2 mock interviews. Okay, I'm not going to take any interviews. I'm going to arrange one real-time professional. Okay, an 8 years professional. He is going to take the mock interviews, guys, for all of you. Okay, so this is all about the course. Okay, this is all about the course content and all. This is the plan. Okay, for the course. So before starting the session, just let me know in case of any questions, guys.
Sir,
Yes, please.
అంటే ఈ సెక్షన్స్ అన్ని వింటూ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ కి 100% ప్రతి ఆన్సర్ అటెండ్ చేయగలమా?
See, it's not at all possible to answer 100%. Okay, you can, and they are also not going to expect 100%. Even they also don't know 100%. Okay, this is like a roadmap, Ramya. So this is like a roadmap, but as discussed, 70 to 80% questions you are going to get from this interview sessions. The remaining 20% is you will get it by attending the interviews. Okay, but again, if you answer 80% also, that will be more than fine only. So they don't expect you have to answer all 100%, like all 10 questions or 20 questions. So small silly questions and all, you cannot miss it, like what is the database size in your organization, you cannot miss. How many servers you are working, you cannot miss that one. Technically, if you miss 1 or 2 points, not an issue, but small things, where is your office located? If you don't know where is your office located, it will be a big mess, right? So
Yes.
these kind of things and all, we are not going to miss. General questions we are going to discuss, technical questions also we are going to discuss. So as you asked 100% we can get the job, I am going to give you a roadmap again, so that will help you for 80% questions. If you keep on attending interviews and all, the best practice is when you attend any interview, okay, what you can do, try to remember all the questions. Once the interview is completed, write down all the questions, collect the answers. For the next interview, whatever questions you faced in the first interview, you should be make sure that you know the answers for all the questions. Like that, if you practice for 4 to 5 interviews, na, sixth interview the same questions you are going to get it, that's for sure. This is the best way of cracking any interview. Hardly 5 interviews, what and all new questions are there, you are going to get all the new questions. In sixth interview, same questions will be repeated, guys. Same questions will be repeated. Okay, so this is the, what I can say, shortcut. Okay, so don't miss all these things. These are all techniques that we are going to discuss during this 12 or 10-hour sessions, guys. Okay, any other questions, Ramya, or guys?
No.
Questions? Any other questions, please?
book.
Yes, yes, please, Suresh.
Yeah, it will cover also tuning.
Your voice is breaking, Suresh. Your voice is breaking.
No, it will cover the performance tuning also.
Performance tuning up to 4 to 5 years, what and all they are going to ask you, I'll tell those points. I'm
Yeah,
not going to touch advanced performance tuning.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Right. Yes, okay. So your first question will be any interview, your first question will be tell me about yourself. This is your first question. Tell me about yourself. What to answer, how to answer. So in case if anyone is asking, tell me about yourself, what and all things you have to cover, guys. So generally, the first question will be like, just a minute, let me disable the annotations. Right. Chalo. So always first you have to tell your name, as you know. Okay, your name. Try to include all these points, guys. Tell your name and how many years of experience you have. How many years of experience you have. Okay, if you have 8 years IT experience, in that 8 years might be a relevant experience. Relevant experience means, you know, right, on that particular domain how many years you worked. You might have 8 years experience, but in SQL you might have 5 years experience. Okay, IT experience is 8 years, but in SQL DBA you have only 5 years. That domain, in that particular domain, how many years of experience you have, that is called relevant experience. Each and every word, each and every terminology from the beginning to ending is important, guys. Okay, so I am going to cover HR related questions. Okay, I am going to cover HR related questions. I am going to cover technical questions, and I am going to cover general questions also. Okay, like what is your team size, what is your employee ID, what is your professional email ID. So these questions I am going to cover. So first point to last point, first word to last word, everything is important only. So how many years of relevant experience generally? Okay, so let me tell you briefly. I'm not going to touch technical questions today. So what I'm going to do, you will get a first round, right? So 1 minute, huh? 1 minute, just 1 minute. Let me pause the screen share. Just a minute, guys. Just 1 minute. Notepad. Right, okay, chalo, no issues. Today let's concentrate only on the HR round. Okay, so what questions they are going to ask in the HR round, let's discuss, guys. Tomorrow we'll jump into the technical sessions. Why? Because this is the first round, right? You will get the first round. Okay, HR round will be there, or HR generally will call you. Okay, so today let's concentrate on the first round. So generally you will get a call. They'll ask you like, tell me about yourself and all. They will ask you. So they will ask, that HR will ask, what is your name. Okay, how many years of experience you have. Okay, so in case if you are keeping a 4 to 5 years of experience, you can tell like 4 to 5 years, or else whatever experience you are going to keep in the resume, like 4 years of experience. So I have 4 years of experience. Then they will ask you immediately, what is the relevant experience. Okay, next question will be, what is the relevant experience, guys. So in that case, what you have to answer, so generally those who are like putting fake experience and all, their relevant experience will be like 4 years or 5 years. Relevant means simply on that domain, on SQL DBA domain, how many years of experience you have. Okay, so generally your relevant experience and total experience, generally it will be same. In case if you people are working, if you are having a more gap, generally what you people will do, you will tell like I have 8 years of experience, total IT experience, and in that 5 years of relevant experience and all I have. So that you are going to tell like this, okay? In case if you have more experience, in case if you are having more experience, so if they are asking relevant experience in SQL DBA domain, how many years of experience you have to tell that experience, that number of years, you have to tell that as a relevant experience, guys. This is also a very important. So then they will ask you, okay, what is your client company, or else for which company you're working now. Generally what you people will do, or else what your trainers will tell, don't keep payroll company names in the resume. Don't put payroll company names in the resume, okay? So in the resume generally we'll put client company's names. So you might have 5 years of relevant experience, 5 years of relevant experience. In this 5 years, okay, so you might work for two clients, you might work for two clients like HCL and IBM, guys, okay? HCL and IBM. So if they're asking like for which company you're working now, means what you have to answer. So you have to tell the recent company. If you're working for HCL, for example, HCL is your client company only, it's not a permanent company, okay? If you're working for HCL company, if HCL is your recent project, you have to answer like I'm working for a HCL company. Then they will ask you, so are you a permanent employee of HCL or you're a contract employee of HCL? So what you have to answer, guys? So in case if you're a permanent employee of any company, you have to tell like yes, I'm a permanent employee. Or if you're not a permanent employee, you have to tell like no, I am not a permanent employee to HCL, so I am working for ABC consultancy on the payroll of ABC consultancy, okay? Whatever consultancy you are going to put, that consultancy name you have to tell, guys, okay? On the payroll of ABC consultancy, I am working with a HCL. So your payroll company will be ABC consultancy, guys. Your payroll company will be ABC consultancy. And what is your client company? So whatever clients you are going to put in the resume, those are your client companies, guys, okay? And they are going to ask you how much salary you are getting, how much package, how much is your package. So generally it will be like depends upon the experience, number of years. So if generally it will be like for 4 years or for 3 years, you can tell up to 6 lakhs. For 3 years up to 6 lakhs you can tell, okay? And for 4 years up to 8 lakhs you can tell. And they will immediately ask you, okay, number of years into 2 lakhs or 1.5 lakh you can put, guys, okay? They'll the next question will be what is your expectation, okay? So how to answer that question, what is your expectation means? So it will be like a 30%. You have to tell clearly, you have to tell 30%, okay? 30% hike I'm expecting. So you cannot tell like 20 to 30%. It's not a perfect answer, guys. 20 to 30%, no, there is 10% difference. You cannot tell 20 to 30% and all. Either 20% hike I'm expecting or 30% hike I'm expecting, okay? By the way that you're answering the first round of questions, they can easily identify whether you are a fake guy or a genuine candidate. So you should be very important, guys. These questions and all, suddenly they will ask how to answer. If you don't prepare these questions, forget about technical. First you have to clear HR round, right? Then only they are going to schedule technical round, guys. So if you don't answer, if you took gap 1 second, 2 seconds also, HR can easily identify that you are a fake guy. So these are very important questions. You cannot give any gap and all. You have to spontaneously, suddenly, if you got any questions that you don't know the answer, tell the spontaneous answer, guys. Don't give any gap and all. What fake people will do, generally, if any HR is calling, what fake people will do, 60 to 70%, as for the first call or second call, they will get shiver, okay? And what they will do, they will cut the call. And again, some other guys, what they are going to do, no, I'm in the traffic, I'll call you in 5 minutes. Like that, they are going to disconnect the call, later they will call. So if you are doing these kind of things and all, the HRs can easily identify that you are a fake guy. Okay, so be prepared. Once you uploaded the resume in the Naukri, from that point, the next minute onwards, you will start getting calls. So be prepared for all these questions, guys. Okay. So suddenly if you tell something and in the resume, if it is there something means definitely you will be caught. Clear? So mainly they will ask what is your name and for which company you're working, how many years of experience you have, what is your client company, who is that? Right? 1 minute, guys. Okay. So what is your client company? What is your payroll company? What is your client company and what is your payroll company? What is your package? How much you're expecting? What is your notice period? Okay, what is your notice period? They will ask what is your notice period. So how to answer this one, guys? What is your notice period? How to answer this one? So in case sometimes some genuine people also there. Okay, so for example, if your notice period is 1 month, 2 months and all, no issues. But if you are having 3 months notice period, how you are going to manage? If you are having 3 months notice period, how you are going to manage? Okay, so I don't think you have 3 months of notice period, but sometimes you will have 3 months of notice period. This session not only for now, later after joining into any company. Okay, some of the companies will have 3 months notice period, right? So how to answer that 3 months notice period and all? So in case 1 month, see guys, generally what HRs will do, they are going to prefer immediate joiners. First thing is HRs will generally prefer immediate joiners. Okay, so you should be very careful in case if you are working for one company and if you are in one project, if you are a fake candidate, what to do? You can tell them that I can immediately join, I'm an immediate joiner and all. You can tell them immediate joiner means in how many days you can join, like 15 days, 20 days, 30 days and all. Be very careful in answering this question. Fix one number. Okay, I can join in 1 month. Okay, then again HR will ask, is it possible to join early? Then what you have to do? Ah, yes, yes, okay, no problem. You cannot answer like that. Okay, I'll discuss with my manager. Okay, as I'm working in this company since 5 years, I guess he might, okay, release. Okay, in case if I ask for early release, he can agree for that, he can approve that early release. So you have to convey your answer in that way. Again, if she is asking for, can you join in 15 days and all? Yes, yes, I can join. Yes, you can tell that answer, but it's not a real time answer, guys. So you have to convey like, so as I'm working in the, why? Because sometimes what will happen, they will ask what is your notice period? 1 month. Can you join 15 in 15 days? They will ask immediately. Next question will be, so if you say yes, how come? Then the next question from HR, even HR is also, she is not going to take any details for name purpose and all. She will write down each and every details that you are discussing, guys, in the first call. Whatever, what clients you mentioned, what is the payroll company mentioned, everything she will write down. She is going to note down each and every point, so you cannot change the values later. Okay, so if you said yes, 15 days also I can join, means next question will be how come you can join in 15 days? That will be your next question, how to answer this one, right? So that you have to convey like, so yes, my notice period is 30 days, but as I am working in this company for since 5 years, okay, and currently my project is going to end. The next question will be why you are changing the company. This can be the first question or next question, anything, guys. Okay, so as my project is going to end, so I am looking for a change. Okay, and in case if they're asking why, how come you can join in 15 days and all, you have to tell like, since I am working in this company for 5 years and currently my project is going to end, and if I am going to talk with my manager, he will agree for the early release. I am going to discuss this with my manager, so if possible he is going to release me early, like that. You have to convey your answer, guys. Okay, any questions till now? Any questions, any doubts?
No,
Any?
sir, but
Yes, please.
yeah, my question from like, if we ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతం ఏమంటే వర్క్ ఫ్రమ్ ఆఫీస్ నడుస్తుంది కదా సార్.
Mm-hmm.
సో వాటికి అప్పుడు ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలి? వర్క్ ఫ్రమ్ ఆఫీస్ అంటే, సో ఇప్పుడు మేము ఎలాగో ఫేక్ సిస్టమ్ పెట్టుకొని వెళ్తాము.
Mm-hmm.
రియల్ టైంలో ఎలా మేనేజ్ చేయాలనేది.
Yes, yes, we'll cover that one also. Okay, right, till now it's clear, right, everyone? Guys, please respond. Okay, so if it's
Yeah.
clear, then I'll proceed.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, fine. Okay, so then another important question will be why you are changing the company. Okay, so this is the next important question. This is Pakka question also. So generally, don't tell like for growth and all, for good package and all. Don't give these answers. I know sometimes, okay, if it is first call for us, don't know how to speak, what to speak. Generally, we'll tell like for growth and all. So it's not a good answer, guys. So if you tell like for growth, for salary, or I'm having some personal issues, or I'm having issues with my company, I'm having issues with my colleagues, so all these answers are not at all perfect, and you will get a follow-up questions on those answers, guys. Okay, so just tell them my project is ended, or project is going to end. So if you tell project is ended, the next follow-up question will be when it was ended. If you tell the project is going to end, when it is going to end. Okay, so make sure you'll get these follow-up questions. Tell them like this is the third week of this month or second week of this month my project is going to end, like that. You prepare for that answers, guys. So generally the reasonable answer is why you are changing, why you are looking for a change means you have to tell my project is ended or my project is going to end this month, so that's why I'm looking for a new opportunities. Okay, so this you have to tell, guys. Don't tell
Sometimes,
any other answers. Yes, please.
sometimes they ask what is your last working days.
Yes, yes, yes. They will ask. They will ask. Okay, we'll cover that also. We are going to cover. Okay, so this is the best answer. My project is going. Don't tell any other answers. Why? Because why I'm telling all these things, guys. Since 10 years I am in this field. Since 6 to 7 years I am in teaching field. So I know what you people are going to do. What kind of mistakes you are going to do. I know, guys. It might be small for other candidates, for other guys. Okay, but this should be useful at least for one candidate. Okay, so listen carefully. Why you are changing means don't tell any other answers. Simply tell them that my project is ended. So again you will get follow-up questions on that. When your project is ended, what is your last working day, or when it is going to end, like that. These kind of follow-up questions you will get it. Okay, so what is your last working day means you have to tell like I'm going to release by this month end, or third week of April, second week of April. So just make sure within 1 month you are going to release, guys. Why? Because they will give first priority to the candidates, those who can join within a month or within 15 days. Okay, within a month or within 15 days. Don't tell them that I already released in the January month itself, I released in February month itself, I released. Then they will ask one more question. So then why you didn't get job? Do you have any offers in hand? Are you going to join in any company? So they are going to get extra doubts and all, so that this guy is working for, waiting for more package and all, that's why he didn't join till now, like that. They are going to think in a different way. Don't tell them that your project is ended. Okay, if your project is ended, again they will ask you when is your last working day, like that. So spontaneously you will tell one answer that might, okay, give a wrong opinion on you for the HRs and all. Just tell them my project is going to end in 2 weeks, so that's why we are looking for a change. I am looking for a change. In case if they ask for last working day and I'll tell them. Okay, so like three weeks from now, or else the third week of April, second week of this. Make sure you have a 2 to 3 weeks, or at least 4 weeks. Okay, difference is there, guys. So this also you should be very careful. Okay, so these are the main questions you are going to get it. And package, how much package you are getting, generally they will ask this question. Okay, so tell based on your current package. If you are really working on any technology, of course you will tell your current package and all. If you are not working, as discussed, okay, for 1 year you have to tell like 2 lakhs. Okay, for 1 year 2 lakhs it will be. For US people and all, generally for 3 to 4 years of experience, generally it will be 70K, Afroza. Okay, it will be 70K to 80K. Okay, it will be 70K to 80K general, and you can expect 100K, 100K, 115K, like that you can expect. So I see some of my students in the US, they got 125K for 5 years. 125K, okay, for 5 years. So again it depends upon your talent only, guys. So if you are having one offer in the hand, so that you can negotiate with them. Okay, so no issues and all that will be discussed later. So these are the main questions, guys. Okay, why you are changing the company, why you are looking for a change, what is your notice period, and how much you are getting. And they will ask you, where is your company located, where is your company located also they will ask you, guys. Okay, so again, so you will tell this ABC consultancy, right? So they will ask you whether you are working at client location or payroll location. This is also an important question, guys. Whether you are working at client location or payroll company location. So how to answer this one? Whatever you say, okay. So if you said client location, then they will ask you where is the office located. So make sure before answering this question, check how many HCL offices are there in Bangalore or Hyderabad, wherever it is. Okay, and check in case if your payroll company is ABC consultancy, check. See, these questions you might get in the first round, or the same questions you might get in the last round also. HRs generally they will ask generally in the first round your name, okay, and your experience, your relevant experience, how much package you're having and how much you're expecting, when is the available time, okay, when you will be available for taking the interviews and all. These questions generally they will ask, but after one or two technical rounds they might ask another. You will have one more HR round, salary discussion round will be there. So in that round they might ask all these questions: how much salary you are getting, in that salary how much is basic, they will ask like this also. How much is your basic, what and all deductions are there in your salary. So before telling answers, guys, make sure. So you will get a pay slips that. For that I cannot answer. Okay, you will get pay slips from your consultancy, right? So you will put ABC consultancies or some XYZ consultancy, you will get a that pay slips, right? Last 3 months pay slips, right? Check in that pay slip, okay, how much it was there, how many deduction, what are the deductions are there, how much deductions are there, what is your net salary, what is your net salary and all. You have to check what is your take home salary also, they will ask you, guys. What is your net salary, what is your take home salary, all these things they are going to ask you. For those questions I cannot answer, that you have to check in your payslip only. Whatever mentioned, whatever figures mentioned in the payslip, make sure you have one idea on that. Say for example you don't know, so for 6 lakhs and all you don't know, generally basic will be half of your annual package. If your package is 8 lakhs, your basic pay will be 4 lakhs, half of your particular annual package. And the deductions, what kind of deductions will be there? Professional tax 200 rupees, professional tax will be deducted from every employee. And income tax also will be deducted if you're having more package like 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs and all, some income tax also will be deducted. And in case if they are providing any cab, and if they are providing any food coupons like Sodexo and all, that also deductions will be there. If you tell them, they will again they will ask you, do you have PF? Nowadays PF is mandatory, guys. Nowadays PF is mandatory. Most of the companies, Afroza, don't worry. PF means like what I can say. We have one not social security number, but we have one option called PF, Provident Fund. Okay, so most 99% companies, Indian companies, they will give PF for all their employees and all. Okay, so do you have PF means what to answer. So nowadays consultancy is providing PF also. Okay, nowadays consultancy is providing PF also. So make sure if you are having PF, tell them. Why? Because what is the other challenge? During the initial screening itself, HRs are asking PF. If you don't have PF, they are not going to schedule any interviews, guys. That is one more challenge. So make sure you have PF. If you don't have PF, okay, so check for the consultancies, those who are providing PF and all. This is very important, guys. This is very important. So if you are having PF, that's okay. If you are not having PF and all, then interviews might not be scheduled, guys. Okay, any questions?
Uh, Shanmugh, we can tell we are working on contract, right?
Yes, we can see contract also will have PFs.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a contract, permanent people only will have PF. Contract means you should be a permanent employee of one company, right?
Yes, yes.
You are a permanent employee of ABC Consultancy and your contract to HCL. HCL don't provide any PF for you, but ABC Consultancy should provide PF. PF is not optional, guys. PF is mandatory. So generally for the companies those who are having less than 20 employees, for them PF is optional. For the companies those who are having, in case if they are asking, do you have PF? If you tell like I don't have PF, then definitely they will ask you why you don't have PF. How to answer this question? Why you don't have PF? You have to tell like, so my company strength is less than 20 employees, so that's why PF is optional, so we don't have opted for PF and all. Okay, so if you have a chance to get PF and all, so then you can provide the PF details so that it will be good, guys. If you're having PF and all, it will be good. But if you don't have PF, if they're asking why you don't have PF, means you have to tell like my company employee strength is less than 20 people, so it's optional for us, so that I didn't opted for any PF. Okay, clear?
We can also opt out PF option.
Sorry, we can also,
We opt PF option. We have like we are not asking our company to.
your voice is breaking, Pawan.
We can tell we opted out.
See,
Opted
for
out.
for big companies and all, you cannot opt out. Okay, so for small companies, it's optional. Very small companies like less than 20 people and all, you can opt it. But who are having more than 20 people and all, you cannot opt out. Okay, you should take that opportunity. I mean, you have to take the PF and all. So in case depends upon your consultancy. If you are having PF, tell them yes, I have PF. If you don't have PF, yes, I don't have PF. Then they will ask you why you don't have PF. Then tell them that my company employee strength is less than 20 people, so we don't have PF option and all. You can tell like that. Okay, any other questions, guys, till now?
Sometimes they ask the PAN number.
Yes, very good. Okay, this is mandatory, guys. Make sure you have PAN handy. Okay, so make sure you remember your PAN number and all. In the first interview, they will ask your first round. They are going to ask your PAN number and all. Why? Because using PAN number only, they are going to filter the candidates. Okay, next time if you are attending for the same company, okay, so they can easily filter using your PAN number and all, right? So in the first round, they are going to ask your PAN number.
They are checking in the portal or something.
It's not like portal. They will have their own portal. HRs also will manage their own portals and all. Okay. So, but the thing is, generally to filter the candidates, okay, they are going to take that number for the next 6 months. Okay, they are not going to allow for the same profile for the same PAN number. Next 6 months or 3 months, whatever duration they have, depends upon some companies. They will have 6 months. Some companies will have 3 months. Okay, they are going to take the PAN number also. Any other questions I missed, guys, for HR round? Any other questions you want to
Sir,
ask?
we
Yes.
correct PAN number.
Didn't get your question, Ramya. Correct PAN number means?
Means in some companies like Essential, the PAN number, and if we are not going to clear you, they'll block, no?
It's not like they are going to block you, Ramya. No,
For
they
6
don't
months, they
block
are
you.
blocking.
That is different. You cannot see, for example, if you are selected, what you are going to do if you give wrong PAN number? I told you, right? They are not simply going to listen your answers. They are going to write down each and every point that you are discussing in the first call. Okay, so if you tell wrong PAN number and all, so after selected, they are going to ask you the documents, right? You have to submit the PAN number, you have to submit the Aadhaar card. So by that time, if your PAN number is different, what they are going to think? And again, if you give wrong PAN number also, in the technical round, HR will be there and she is going to ask you again PAN number or Aadhaar card, and she is going to take the photo of that PAN number. So you cannot tell wrong PAN number and all. If you want to go until you get the confidence, you want to try with a different profile, different name and all, you can give different names until you get the confidence. So now your name is Ramya, right? So you can go like your name is something, any name. You can go with any other name. Okay, you can go with any other name, and you can attend for 2 3 interviews with any other PAN numbers and all. So later once you got the confidence, then you can try with your own PAN number, but initially don't give different PAN numbers, Ramya. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys? Any questions that we have to discuss in the HR round generally? Right. So
Shanmugh, can we tell that we are on bench right now, so we are looking for new projects?
yes, you can
If they
happily
ask,
tell that one. Yes, 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 yes. You can
okay.
tell that one. Then again, the follow-up questions will be, don't you have any projects?
Yes. Oh, okay.
Then how to answer that one? What to answer?
I'm on bench for the last 2 months. That's why I'm looking for new job.
You can answer that one, but the challenge is, yes, no issues, we can answer that also. I'm on bench since last 2 months or 3 months. Don't tell more than 3 months and all. Why? Because in 3 months at least you will get 1 2 chances, right, to attend the interviews. Bench means they are not going to leave you alone on the bench for more time. They will give you some chances to clear the interviews. If you tell like I'm on the bench since 2 3 months, means that means you might not selected for any project. So that means you don't have that much capability, you don't have that much skills and
Okay.
all, so they will think in that way.
Okay.
Okay, you can tell the answer, I'm on the bench since 15 days, I don't have projects, they're asking me to wait until to get the projects and all. Okay, so that's why I'm looking for a change, that's it. Don't give more than 1 month. You can tell like I'm on the bench, but don't give 2 3 months and all. Just tell them since 1 month I'm on the bench. They are still asking me to wait for the new projects and all. So that's why I'm looking for a new change. Okay. Yes. Any other questions, please? Any questions? So generally they will ask you like how much your expectation and all, what is your expectation, salary expectations and all, they are going to ask you. Generally you can ask for 4 years, you can ask anything like up to 8 lakhs. Sometimes they'll give 10 lakhs also because of this corona and all. Like almost they gave 100% hike, guys. I know some of the students they got 100% hike also. If their package is 6 lakhs, I know not only 1 2 scenarios, most of the scenarios, like at least till now I have seen 10 scenarios for 10 students. They asked for 9 lakhs, but HRs itself they are saying we are going to give 10 lakhs, 11 lakhs. HR itself they are asked, if you are asking 9 lakhs, generally if your package is 7 lakhs, you will ask 9 lakhs, right? Generally. So even though you are asking for 9 lakhs, if it is okay, they are going to agree. But HRs, I have seen so many scenarios like HR itself offering more. Whatever you are telling 9 lakhs, but they are asking no, no, no. For this position, the minimum pay scale is 11 lakhs. So yes, the package, how much you have to ask, that depends upon your current package, first thing. Okay, so generally how much hike we can ask, guys? 30% hike we can ask generally, but again it's not in every case, they don't give 30% and all, depends upon your luck. And one more thing, initially try to get one offer, guys. Okay, at least with 8 lakhs or 9 lakhs. Once you are having one offer in your hand, you will get some confidence. Later you can ask more package and all, you can ask joining bonus also. Okay, so when I can ask joining bonus, who are eligible for joining bonus? Can anyone tell me? Can I ask joining bonus while changing the company? Are they going to give the joining bonus? Can anyone tell me, guys? When I can ask joining bonus? So generally, if you are able to join within 15 days, joining bonus, okay, listen carefully, joining bonus, what and all extra things you can get it from HRs, guys. Joining bonus you can get relocation allowances also, they are going to give sometimes. Relocation allowances, work from home allowances also you will get it. Okay, work from home allowances. So these kind of allowances you can ask the HR, guys. You can ask the HR, guys. I am not saying this is in the first call, I am telling I am going to cover all the HR questions in the first round and last round. Technical things we'll discuss from tomorrow onwards. First we are going to cover HR, right? That's very important. So what kind of things you can ask? Okay, joining bonus you can ask in case if you are willing to join within 15 days, if you can join within 15 days, then you can ask joining bonus. Joining bonus will vary, guys. Some companies will give you 20,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees. I know one of our student got 1 lakh rupees as a joining bonus in the Infosys company. Infosys
Sir,
company.
at the first call only, yeah, we have to ask this.
That's what I'm saying. Just now we discussed it. This is not in the first call. I'm covering all HR questions. First call and last call.
What I'm saying is, if you call for scheduling interview, at
Generally,
the time only.
no. Generally, if they're asking, then you can ask. Generally, no one will ask in the first call about joining bonus. First call, generally you get like they'll ask your name, your educational qualification, your relevant experience, for which company you're working, payroll company, client company, PAN number, okay, and for which location, and what is your package, what is your expectation, okay, any negotiations are there, okay, when you will be available for the technical round. So mostly these kind of questions they are going to ask in the first round. Once you cleared 1 2 technical rounds, then HR round or salary discussion round will be there. In that round they are going to ask you these questions: how much salary you are getting, what are the deductions in your package, what is your fixed salary, what is your variable salary. All these questions they are going to ask you in your second round or final round, guys. Okay, Anil? Fine.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Any questions, guys, till now? So joining bonus, when you can ask, if you are able to join within 15 days, then you can ask joining bonus. Guys, you have to ask joining bonus. Believe me, they are going to give you 1 lakh rupees also, they'll give the joining bonus. Okay, you have to ask joining bonus. Don't miss it, guys. Definitely. Okay, nothing. If you are able to join, if you are willing to join within 15 days, they are happy to give joining bonus, guys. No issues and all for them. Relocation allowances, in case you are working in Hyderabad location, then the position is for Mumbai location or Bangalore location or Chennai location, okay, or some other different location that's not your base location, then you can ask relocation allowances also. Sometimes they are going to give you flight tickets, they are going to give you hotel accommodation for 15 days, 2 weeks and all, 5-star hotel accommodation. So relocation allowances also they are going to give you in case if you got job in any other city. Okay, and work from home allowances, they are going to give you some money for your furniture, guys, for chair, for tables, for internet. They are going to give you work from home allowances also. In case if it is permanent work from home, ask them that do we have any work from home allowances, are you going to provide any work from home allowances and all. You can ask, guys. Okay, so these questions also you can ask them. So definitely you are going to get it. So if you are able to join within 15 days, guys, definitely most of the companies will give you joining bonus, most of the companies. Right, next, notice period. How to deal with this notice period, guys? So if you people are already working, okay, generally you people will have 1 month notice period, 2 months notice period, 3 months notice period and all. They will ask what is your notice period. Notice period means every company will have like an agreement between you and the company that in case if there are no projects, or if you are leaving, or company is terminating you, or if you are leaving the company, okay, they will have a mutual agreement between you and the company. In the what is that, in the offer letter they are going to mention before 2 months you have to let us know. In the same way, before 2 months, in case if the company is going to terminate you, before 2 months they have to tell. This will be vice versa, guys. Both parties will have this agreement. Okay, so if you are leaving, if you are going to leave the company before 2 months, you have to resign. In the same way, if they are going to terminate, they are going to give you 2 months time. That period is called notice period. So in some companies notice period will be 1 month, in some companies notice period will be 2 months, in some companies like HCL, Cognizant, like big companies and all, notice period will be 3 months. So if your notice period is 3 months, guys, believe me, you don't get any calls. Believe me, you don't get any calls. If your notice period is 3 months, you don't get any calls. How to deal in this situation, guys? If you are a fake guy and all, you can join immediately. But what about 2 months, 3 months and all? They don't get any calls, guys. There is an option called notice period buyout option. I hope you know these things. But again, okay, so you have to know, if in case if you don't know, some of you don't know, you have to know this option, notice period buyout option. So if companies are willing to release offer as early as possible, ask them, do we have notice period buyout option? You can ask, say for example, you got opportunity in X company, guys. In X company, you got an opportunity. Okay, they are asking you to join within 15 days. Okay, so you are working in Y company. So in Y company, you have 2 months notice period. So this X company, they will ask, do you have notice period buyout option? If notice period buyout option is there, this X company will pay the 2 months salary for you. You can pay the 2 months salary to your Y company, so that they are going to relieve early, guys. They are going to release you before 2 months itself, or before 3 months itself. So if notice period is there, means notice period buyout option also will be there. You have to check this with your HRs. Generally, if you willing to go out, so if you are interested for notice period buyout, 90% HRs and technical managers will agree, guys. Why? Because they are getting money, and that money also no need to pay from your hands. Ask the newly you will get an opportunity, right, in the new company. Ask that company, they are going to pay. If they are really in need of the resource, definitely you can ask, my company is asking for notice period buyout, do you have any interest? You can ask the HR will discuss with their manager, and in most of the cases they are going to agree for notice period buyout. Okay, so you have to pay the money to the company, old company, and in the salary, in the full and final settlement, they are going to deduct you, or else you have to pay to the company, right? So if you provide the same statement in your new company, they are going to release whatever you paid in the old company as a notice period buyout option. But listen, one more very important thing: if you took joining bonus or notice period buyout option, in these two cases, you have to work at least for 1 year. If you don't work for 1 year, what will happen, they are going to again take that money. If you got joining bonus, 1 lakh joining bonus, unfortunately they terminated you after 6 months. Okay, so in such case, you have to pay that 1 lakh rupees within 1 year. If you are going to come out from that company, means you have to pay joining bonus, you have to pay notice period buyout amount also. Is it clear, guys? Any questions, any doubts here? Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is very important, guys. Is my voice breaking? Any disturbance is there from my side? Is my audio clear, everyone?
Yes.
Is it clear, guys? Is my audio clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, chalo. So any questions here, please? This is your HR round. Most of the things, okay, in first round or last round, most of the, we covered almost all the things for the HR related questions and all. If you still have any questions, just let me know. We'll discuss. Otherwise, we'll disconnect for today. Tomorrow onwards, we'll start the technical discussion. Okay. So I'll start with the SQL Server. If possible, tomorrow I'll start with a SQL Server installation. Okay. The plan will be like this, guys. SQL Server installations, what and all questions you are going to expect on SQL Server installations, like what are the minimum requirements, minimum system requirements, what are the minimum hardware requirements, minimum software requirements for installing SQL Server. Okay, and what kind of errors generally you will face while installing SQL Server. I cannot show you, I cannot reproduce the errors, guys, but I'll tell you like a question and answers method. Okay, what kind of general issues you are going to get while installing SQL Server, like MSA, MSP issues and all. And in case if the installation is failed, way to check, how to check. Okay, and while installing, we'll get different terminologies like instance, what is meant by instance, how many types of instances, how many types of authentication modes, how many features, what and all features you are going to select, how to install SSIS, SSRS, SSAS, how to answer for these questions. Okay, what is meant by service account? Can we change the service account after installation? If we change the service account, what is the impact? What is meant by port number? What is default port number? Can we change default port number? What is the impact if you change the default port number? Okay, what is collation settings? What are the default collation settings? Can we change collation settings after installation or not? Okay, so these questions will be discussed in the next session, guys. So installations, I'll take 1 day. Then SQL Server internals. Okay, like what is meant by page, what is meant by extents, what is meant by, okay, what I can say, log file, what is VLF, what is VLF, what is log block, what is log record, what is LSN number, okay, and what is meant by a file group. So internals, we are going to discuss internals of a SQL Server. What is MDF file, what is NDF file, can we rename the database, can we move the database, can we bring the database offline or online, and can we take the backups on offline database. These kind of questions will be discussed, okay, in the SQL Server internals, guys. Next will be like, in this we are going to cover system databases also. System databases will cover. Next is patchings, how to patch a standalone machine, how to patch a HADR machines, what kind of issues you are going to face while patching the SQL Server, how to check the patching errors, how to troubleshoot, okay, patching related issues and all, what kind of permissions you should have to patch the SQL Server, how to copy a patch file. So these things and all will be covered. In case if patch is failed, how you are going to deal, okay, how to remove patching, can we remove patching. So these questions will be covered under patchings, guys. Next will be backups and restores, okay, backups and restores, backups, restores, and recovery models. These questions also will be covered, like under backups, restores, how many types of backups, what is your organization backup strategy, what is the biggest size of the database, how much time it will take to take the backup on the biggest database, how you are going to handle the disk space issues, do you have capacity planning in your organization, how to restore from a shared drive, how to take backup to a shared location, how much time it will take to restore a 1 terabyte of database, how much time it will take to take the backup, what is meant by backup compression, how to check how much percentage of backup is completed, how much percentage of restore is completed, where to check backup failures, how to monitor backups and restore failures. Okay, these questions we are going to cover under backups and restores. And recovery models, how many types of recovery models are there, okay, what is point in time recovery, whether point in time recovery is possible in all the recovery models or not. Okay, so we'll discuss about all three recovery models, full, bulk logged, simple recovery model, in the next class. Next means coming classes. Then after backups and restore, automation, okay. So automation means creating jobs, creating alerts, what kind of default jobs will be there in your organization. Okay, so how to check the job failures, where to check the job failures, how we are going to troubleshoot the issues, how to configure alerts, what kind of alerts are there in your organization, what kind of monitoring tools you are using, what kind of backup tools you are using, what kind of ticketing tools you are using. Okay, so these questions will be covered under automation. Next, upgradation, migration and migration. So what are the precautions, what are the prerequisites for upgradation and migration, what are the challenges of the upgradation, what are the challenges of the migration, what are the migration steps, okay, what are the migration steps, what are the pre-checks of migration, what are the post-checks of migration, what are the pre-checks of upgradation, post-checks of upgradation. In case after migration or upgradation, if your application is not able to connect, how to fix it, okay, can we roll back the upgradation, can we roll back the migration. So these questions and all will be covered under this upgradation and migration. So the next question, the next topics will be HADR, high availability and disaster recovery. How many solutions are there, what are HA solutions, what are DR solutions, what are HADR solutions, okay, what is log shipping, what is mirroring, how many jobs will be there in the log shipping, what should be the recovery model of the log shipping database, whether log shipping is a one-to-one or one-to-many, how many secondaries we can add in the log shipping, what is the secondary database state in the log shipping, what is stub file, what is work file, if log shipping is broken, where to check it, how to check it, how to troubleshoot, how to monitor the log shipping, how to monitor the mirroring, how to fix mirroring issues and all, what kind of issues you generally face in the organization, the mirroring. Okay, replication, questions on replication, how many types of replications are there, how to check replication issue, how to monitor replications, how to troubleshoot what is that, primary key violations, how to troubleshoot data consistency violations, data consistency errors and all, how to check. Okay, so these kind of questions, I'm just giving an overview, guys. We'll cover most of the questions, just giving an overview what kind of things and all we are going to cover. Clustering, Windows clustering, how many IP addresses are needed. Okay, how many nodes, what is meant by active cluster, what is meant by active passive cluster, how many what is meant by quorum drive, where you are going to check cluster issues. Okay, so these things will be covered under Windows cluster, and again SQL clustering and all will be discussed. Always on, very important. Okay, how many secondary replicas we can add, how to configure always on, what are the precautions, what are the pre-checks to configure the always on. Okay, what is meant by synchronous mode, asynchronous mode. This question will be there for mirroring and always on also. What is meant by synchronous, what is meant by asynchronous, what is meant by listener, how to configure the listener. Okay, what are the, how many IP addresses are needed for always on. Okay, how to check the data synchronization issue, if the secondary is not synchronized, how you are going to troubleshoot. Okay, so these kind of questions and all will be covered under always on. Performance tuning, what are the regular performance issues you are going to face. Application running slow, query running slow, CPU issues, CPU bottlenecks, memory bottlenecks, blockings, deadlocks, execution plan, how to check execution plan, statistics, indexes. Okay, so these things and all will be covered under performance tuning, guys. Finally, general questions. What is your team size? How many servers you are supporting? How many of them are prod? How many of them are non-prod? Where is your office located? In which building it was there in the software park? Okay, sometimes if you tell one software park name, Raheza Mindspace, where it is in Raheza Mindspace, where it is in Manyata Tech Park, in which building it is. So yes, believe me, these kind of questions also they will ask. Where is your office located? Who is your manager? What is your manager name? Okay, what is your professional email ID? What is your employee ID? Okay, so these are the general questions they are going to ask you, guys. Okay, so all these things whatever we discussed, up to 5 years of experience we are going to cover, guys. Okay, so in the coming classes we'll cover topic by topic. So I'm expecting 10 classes, plus or minus, it should be plus only, 1 or 2 classes it will be. Okay, chalo, any questions, any doubts, guys? Guys, can you hear me?
So
Yes, please. Okay. So that's it for now. Okay, we'll connect from tomorrow 8 to 9 p.m. and we are going to discuss whatever questions we discussed, we are going to cover, guys. And as discussed, there is no more demo classes. Okay. So I'm going to contact you if I have some time. Otherwise, if you're interested, just ping me in the WhatsApp. We'll complete the formalities and we'll proceed, guys. Okay. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. We'll meet tomorrow at
thank you, sir.
8 p.m. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.